Welcome, boat dwellers. My name is Nacho Bidness, and today we are going to do something a little different. I have heard about some interesting pizza toppings that Domino's is doing in Australia. They are putting spaghetti on pizza, and I said to myself, you know, what would be an interesting pizza topping to try out in spaghetti? So we're going to get to that, but for now at least, we're just going to do some like really simple, easy spaghetti, something that we can throw together in basically no time at all. So I've got some pre-packaged spaghetti that I've got getting ready to get on the boil. I have some mozzarella cheese to top everything with once it's all done. We've got some pre-packaged spaghetti sauce, and I know that purists out there will probably say that that is just heresy to use pre-packaged spaghetti sauce, but like I said, we're going to try and do something that's really quick and easy, but maybe has just a little twist to it. So I've got my camera set up right here on the pan because mostly what we're going to be doing as far as actual cooking goes is going to be going on right here. So first thing that I am going to add here is a pound of ground beef, and I've got my my skillet on a medium-high heat, and I'm just going to try and crumble this up some as I put it into the pan so that we don't have great big chunks, and I'll chop it up a little bit finer even here in a little bit, depending on how big you like your chunks of meat in your spaghetti sauce to be. So I'm just going to get that going, and again, just try and break some stuff up here, and try not to actually touch the bottom of the pan while I do that. So you may not want to do this exactly this way yourself because, well, it's kind of hazardous. I'm going to wash my hands over here real quick for food safety. Every time you touch raw meat, wash your hands immediately afterwards. That's just a good food safety rule to follow. The next thing I'm going to add here is just a little container of mushrooms. So you can do those fresh. I go ahead for the pre-cut ones because I'm lazy. Again, trying to do this something easy and quick. The next thing we're going to add is add some onions, and I'm going to kind of stir this up a little bit because the meat is already starting to brown on the bottom. In fact, I'm going to turn my skillet down to a low simmer because I do want the onions and mushrooms to have the chance to cook some and not quite be so raw when I go to put my my special ingredient in. Now, I know that a lot of people are going to look at this and say that it is nuts, but I tell you what, I have seen a lot of people claim that you should put some sugar in your spaghetti sauce, and I think that this will nicely take the place of some sugar, or at the very least replace the pure cane sugar with some natural sugars, because what we're going to add, if you haven't guessed already, is actually, first I forgot one last thing. I've got a tablespoon of garlic powder here, so we're just going to dump that in and get this mixed up. So sorry, forgot to add that earlier. With these food videos, it's not like it's easy to do a second take if you mess things up, because of course all of your food is already underway, right? And you don't want to just throw it out because you made a slight mistake in your first take. So we're just gonna get this all mixed up here. And I want to add this last ingredient last because I don't necessarily want it to scorch. So I am actually going to turn off the camera for a little bit, and we're going to speed ahead in time until it's time to add my final ingredient here. Okay, so we are finally ready to add our special ingredient, the one that maybe I want to try this out and see if it was any good or not. We are going to add some pineapple to our spaghetti. So I've already popped the top on this, but we'll try and show you. It's just a can of crushed pineapple. I wanted crushed because I wanted to have it in very small pieces to mix throughout the meat and eventually the sauce. I did not drain it because I do want the liquid to be there for a little bit. Try and help move the flavor through everything a little bit, and also just cool things off. We're gonna just let that juice simmer off a little bit so that hopefully we can have a very interesting kind of spaghetti. So I know that pineapple on pizza is very polarizing, and I have two things to say to that. And the first is don't knock it until you've tried it. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, that's terrible, and they've never even tried it. And the sweet combined with the salty really does appeal. And the second thing I have to say about that is don't yuck my yum, man. If I like pineapple on pizza and want to try it in some spaghetti, well, hey, it's for me, and I'm not making anybody else eat it. So, yeah, if you don't like the idea, then, well, hey, we still showed you how to do a very quick and very easy spaghetti in that we've got the mushrooms and the onions and the beef that we can add to a commercial spaghetti sauce, and that turns out good all on its own. We're going to try this. I tell you what, the smell of the pineapple mixed with the garlic is well, I am salivating. So I'm going to let this cook just a little bit longer and try and turn up the heat here a little bit and boil off some of the liquid, and we're going to see how this turns out in the end. So here we are, we have the finished product. Couple of things. First, I would recommend using a very lean ground beef, because at no point did I drain my skillet, and so if I had used a higher fat content ground beef, this would be extremely greasy. I usually go for the 93% beef and 7% fat, which is almost as low in the fat content as you can go. You have to watch it more carefully because it will burn if you're not careful, but it does mean that the final product is not so greasy. So yeah, we got some spaghetti noodles, we got some meat mixture on top of that, on top of that we got some sauce, and on top of that I put some mozzarella cheese and popped it in the microwave just for a little bit because well, melty cheese is always better than not melty cheese in my opinion. I have already tried the mixture itself, and the pineapple adds a little flavor, but it's not overwhelming. And in fact, you might even want to try this as a surprise ingredient on one of your friends if you are so inclined and they are so anti-pineapple. That said, you know, be careful, make sure we don't have anybody with food allergies or anything like that. We don't want to be total jerks about it. But yeah, could be fun. They may not notice right away. Now the other thing that I'll point out here is that, that using the crushed pineapple, again, kind of disguises that it's even in there. You know, I'm going to bring this close to the camera. I would challenge most folks to tell the difference between the crushed pineapple and the onions in that spoon right there. But it's in there, I promise. So the last step here is, of course, to actually try this and see if this is any good, and that will that will determine whether or not this video even goes up on YouTube, because if this sucks, I probably won't bother to post it. So let's give this a try. It is it's like regular spaghetti, but more. Really recommend trying this out. And if you do, be sure to leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought. This video owes a lot to JPick O'Death and Vault Girl, both of whom I will link their channels below. They have been encouraging other gaming content creators to stretch their wings a little bit and try some cooking videos, and it's been fun. They have a list going on their channel of everybody who has contributed. People that I know for sure have done so have been Written Remedy, Quick Smoke, and others. So be sure to go check that out. If you'd like to see more from myself, be sure to subscribe. And if you like the video, be sure to hit the like button down below. If you did not like and you're going to press that do not like button, please tell me why, so that I can try and do better for you next time, because I don't get to improve without some kind of guidance of what people would like to see. So, thanks again for watching. My name is Nacho Bidness, and I'm saying it's a great big wasteland out there. Let's go have fun in it.